I mean, that I recognize as him, though. Not the greatest style. I mean, this was, a style back then, but I'm saying I'm not loving it for now. The Kickapoo years. Do you know what Kickapoo means? Me neither. The jock talks about her anymore, right? But she was a huge, huge celebrity. Huge. She earned straight A's, wow, and a scholarship, but dropped out of college in pursuit of her ultimate dream to rule the world. I'm proud of the way I acted because it set a precedent. I'm happy to be a pioneer. What is she a pioneer of? Her style of music? Maybe. Wow. I can't recognize her from this picture at all. A sweet little girl from Michigan. I always said I wanted to be famous, said Madonna on stage in 1985. I never said I wanted to be rich. So, she got both. I think people who are famous without being rich usually are more like infamous, you know, like criminals and stuff. Otherwise, can anyone name somebody currently who is famous and not rich, but not a criminal? Let me know in the comments. Okay, George Clooney. Wow. Look at him. I've never worn makeup ever. Clooney told Playboy, I'm dark complexioned, so I can get away with it. I wonder if that's still true. Okay, so he played in his share of turkeys and tomatoes. Like what? I remember he was in The Facts of Life, like in the later shows of it. And he was in Roseanne. And then after that he was in ER, which was a hit for him. Look at him here. Oh my gosh. That's his sister. He's from Kentucky. Okay. So that's his father, his mother, him and his sister. Okay, here is, it says here, Hairy Mullet Man. Funny, merry prankster. this is what good as they looked in jeans, Genes. There was a lot of hurt and anger between Angelina and her father, actor John Voight. In Lookin' to Get Out with Anne Margaret and Angelina in 1982. She's been estranged from her father since 2002, when he made a public appeal for her to seek help for her serious mental problems. This is Jamie Foxx. Tiny and talented. He was tiny. He started piano lessons when he was 5, and at 15 entered a youth talent competition. He only got one page. Okay, here's Keith Urban. Cute pants. Reminds me of, like, I want to say Huckleberry Finn or something. Okay, so he started ukulele at age 3 and traded up to a guitar by age 6. Ashanti. How did she get to Carnegie Hall before high school practice? And here is Usher. By age 9, Usher knew his spirit was attracted to music. He sang in his mother's Chattanooga church choir. Cameron Diaz. She's down here. I just skipped right over Stacey Ferguson. Lance Armstrong. Okay. This is Justin Timberlake. I'm with the Mouse, a stint on the new Mickey Mouse Club from 1989 to 94 could be the express lane to fame. Check out the class of 93. So all these people were in the Mickey Mouse Club. Justin Timberlake, Christina Aguilera, Britney Spears, Carrie Russell, and J.C. Chesses. Cool. Lights, camera, action. Long before they hit the soundstage, these future stars of the big slaves. Born in Beirut, I didn't know that, and raised in Toronto. Keanu tried 12th grade twice before dropping out and driving to Hollywood. I even flunked gym, he told Rolling Stone. The only way you fail gym is by, like, not showing up. Or, like, not participating. Strike a pose. P-O-S-E. Heather Locklear. I know lots of people loved her back then. What's it say? 14 years after this 1978 photo, Melrose would play on the Beauty's Not So Sunny Side. Guy Patrick Dempsey. Looking McDreamy long before he became the palpitation-inducing surgeon on Grey's Anatomy. He was in 1987's Can't Buy Me Love. That was a funny movie. Nicolette Sheridan. And wait a minute. This is Leaf Garrett. Happy Days. More were ahead for Nicolette, but in 1978, Leaf was headed to a bleak, drug-ravaged future. show